Same. Yeah, I got a little turned around, but I mostly was making pretty smooth progress. And I did something probably not intended. I don't even quite remember exactly what it was, but overall, it's a nice little game. I'm a decent platformer, but there's better out there, and my time is pretty low, so I marked it as early rounds only. And then this got pulled in an early round here. Poor Jigglypuff. Over here on the left for DraconicDon's card. I don't... The eyes with this, when you cover the face, the eyes seem so different.
She looks a bit deranged.
Yeah, she's not okay.
Right,
But DraconicDon is pretty okay. Doesn't have too much experience, but a 7-4 win rate is really strong, 64%. Got 10th in Mystery Tournament 15, was just outside top 8. So,
wait, 10th is
among
weird.
our best players.
We've seen Arcbus and who was it? Someone
like
else.
9th, right?
Yeah, 9th.
How do you get 10th?
Yeah, it's a weird placement at the end, I guess.
Oh, was that Mystery Tournament 15?
What's the last one?
In that case, you have a top 8.
Yeah.
And then there should be 2 people.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Before that.
Yeah.
Who tie for 9.
Oh, I think... Okay, so actually earlier today I looked at the career sheet, and for some reason none of them for MT15, which were added recently by identification, none of the rankings are grouped. It's actually 1 through 120, whatever it was.
Oh.
So you got kind of a random rank assigned to you, so maybe I should annoy ID about fixing that.
Whether you were like 19th or 10th or
yeah, I think this is
9th or 10th.
Like it matters for this case, right? Like it should say got a best placement of 9th, which sounds better.
Yeah. That when I see 9th, I think, oh, just outside top 8, and then when I see 10th, I go, wait a minute,
loser.
Well, not quite that strong of a reaction. Anyway, we've also got Maxale540, who is participating for their first time. Their Discord avatar says MT16, unless this is like something you pulled in.
This is something that I did, yeah.
Okay.
They do not have a Discord avatar. That's the thing.
Yeah, is new to not just, MT, but apparently Discord as well.
Oops. I made a noise.
That or just doesn't care. I could definitely respect someone who just doesn't care. Doesn't even put up a display pic.
And here I was thinking they just decided to go all in on the branding.
Yeah, the enthusiasm for their first time. That would be pretty cool.
What other lives have you spun, Maurice?
I was very open about this. I don't know the submitter of this, but I mean, it might as well be backup because this was played before. Well,
this was from Polari.
Oh, nice. Polari. Once we start this game, keep in mind that there's an infinite life sheet, and just imagine without that. Like, it's gonna be hilarious, because no way, ever. It's just not
okay,
the thing.
So I looked it up. You beat me by 30 seconds in your original blind race.
Yes! Right, I will have to adjust the screens as we play, because the title screen is very much black.
But this was fun. I liked this. It's a NES Homebrew sort of thing. Polari submitted a lot of NES Homebrew stuff. Some of it was not as good as this one, but I liked this one a fair bit. But boy, you're right. Infinite Lives, when you had that on, you could play the game and enjoy it.
It's I don't see how it's possible. It's ridiculous.
It's not quite Clue Land ridiculous, but it's up there.
Yeah, I guess so. This game is like you can take it slow. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Clue Land is like, okay, don't go fast, and you're just spinning all over the place. There's portals and bouncy things and enemies that move around.
Can we stop talking about Clue Land?
Oh, did you play that? Were you in that race?
Yes, that was I was in that one.
Did you
I
win?
haven't. No, I haven't recovered.
Oh no.
I should have remembered. I'm sorry.
If left was just left hand all the time.
Yeah, we were talking about that as the race went on, like which control scheme would I expect, you know?
Yeah.
And I think I agreed with you that I would just think left is left hand instead of left is absolute left.
Right.
Thank you. That's very reassuring.
Oh, what the hell? It was...
When I thought like I didn't know how the game controls, right? And so I just kind of like had to intuitively guess. And then the first thing I assumed was what you wanted it to be, where left is always your left hand or whatever. And so I had this moment while I was doing that where I was like, what would I even want it to be? And like, I think I don't know even.
I mean, for me personally, the problem was like I somehow got that assumption in my head despite never playing the game before, and no matter how many times I was saying to myself, "No, it's aligned to the D-pad. You have to press aligned with the D-pad." All like my brain just couldn't handle it. Anytime I wasn't actively thinking about it, I went back to left is left.
Alright. I think this looks alright. Let's see how it actually looks. Looks alright.
Looks pretty good. So I definitely had the thought of like, whatever the way this game is controlling, I wish I could at least try the other one because I'm not having a lot of success with it.
Yeah, like
in
in Qbert, it gives you the option to like actually pretty extensively change the mapping, like how the directions work, which I always thought was pretty cool for such an early NES game.
Yeah, and Marble Madness does the same thing.
Oh, can you
Yeah.
switch between like
45 degrees and
Yeah.
90 degrees. It calls
Yeah,
it.
So,
exactly.
what do you think about that ball game? Isometric, like there's also Beyblade V-Force. What do you think? Should down be like a diagonal, or should it be actual down?
Did I miss Beyblades? Beyblades played.
Yeah. Don't go watch the VOD though, because it was Alpha 5 and Phantom Matt were just talking about whatever for the entire race. Maurice had played the game before, and he's trying to tell people like what the game is because he knows he has insight into it, and he tries 3 or 4 times to start talking about the game and the race as it's already started. And Alpha 5 comes in over the top talking about something stupid. And Maurice just stops talking and stays silent for the entire race. And Phantomat and Alpha 5, I literally watched the whole thing and they never talk about the race for the whole race.
That's incredible.
So
Don't go back and watch that VOD. What the hell?
So
All
fun,
right.
fun fact: this match was immediately after that. So that's why I
So
joined
you
this
went
race.
and you went and joined as a player
Yeah.
instead of
Okay, our races are ready. We have DraconicDon on the left and Maxale540, which is
I'm
one and
not-
a half turns.
I have not seen them up on the restream portal, the commentators.
Oh yeah, you will not be able to. You have to use the Discord stream because I'm using VLC.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like I could have programmed something like this. I was thinking about it because I can play VODs on the interface, but then I was like, that's like 10 hours of work for
I mean,
5
this
free
also
streams.
works. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
This
Yeah.
also works perfectly fine and is a lot less work. So.
All right, so let's start the timer soon as I see movement, as Prosencha would say. Here we go.
Look at she got that's an appealing looking lady right there. I gotta say. And then she gets in game and she's this little baby gremlin.
Right, audio. Here we go.
So this game's really rude when it first starts. Like there's all these enemies everywhere, and it's like 1-hit kills whenever you touch any one of them.
Yeah, and you got 3 lives.
Yeah.
That's actually it. Like you get 3 lives in this entire game. Maybe it refills
DraconicDon-
between levels, like not like we would know.
Yeah, I don't know. DraconicDon sees this like hook thing and is like, "Can I hook onto the bottom of this?" why is it here? It certainly looks like a platform, and it actually is. If he gets on top of the bricks, he will
Then
get
he
enough
can
height
make
to
the
jump on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't seem very obvious to me at the time, and it looks like it's not obvious to Don either, so I'm a little bit relieved.
So in the paste bin, it told you the controls. You can run, you can jump. In level 2, we will be able to do some more stuff, but what the paste bin also tells you is that in level 1, you will have to collect 7, like, bottles. So for example, on Maxale's screen, in the top right, you can see like a green beaker. You've got to collect 7 of those.
Okay, yeah, I can see the whole having 3 initial lives here would be really this would be a
Yeah,
rough one.
DraconicDon would have game over. Like, and it wouldn't have cost that much time because he's still so early on, but he's also so early on because that's how quickly he died 3 times.
I just don't see how it's really possible.
You'd have to just like speedrun the game, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for like extending the length of your game through making it Contra hard or Nintendo hard, right? That's where the term came from.
Mm-hmm.
But this is ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna die so many times on these stages.
This honestly is giving me more of a like a really nicely done, not ZX Spectrum, but like the era just before the NES.
Yeah. Like not
one of the Amigas or something.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Amiga, not Atari, but more like Amiga. Yeah, I agree. Or maybe like PC Engine. Well, actually, that's after NES, right?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe MSX, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. There's so many. I don't know so much about all of the home computers. I do know that DraconicDon's got 2 more objects than
Yeah.
Max has, which are all the way at the top of the level.
He also has a key, which he can use to unlock this thing on the right, and I'm not sure. Yeah, no. You do need the key, but you also need all the objects first. And here's the last object. Kind of free. It's actually interesting. I think in stages 2 and 3 you don't actually need to get to the finish. You only need to collect the things. This is not actually stage 2, this is just like an intermission where you collect like a magic wand.
Yeah, this was one of these things where I wasn't even sure if it was a cutscene or if I was actually playing for like a lot of it. Where I was pressing the buttons just in case, but I didn't know if I was actually doing it or
like,
if a cutscene was doing it.
Like you're holding right and you're moving, but maybe you would be moving anyway?
Uh-huh.
Alright, so now we have the magic wand of platform. So by pressing, this is really weird, by pressing down and jump, or B, or pressing A and B at the same time, you can make like a platform. It's like really weird. It gives you these 2 options, and I always pressed down and B.
Same. I can only assume they wanted like B to do one thing and like down B to do another thing, and I think maybe that's the case or something later on, but like I don't know. It could have been there's a more elegant way to do it for sure.
Yeah. So these platforms, you can only have 1 active at the same time. They do flash, but DraconicDon's stream is apparently 30 FPS, so just imagine that it flashes, I guess. But what you can do, as soon as they start flashing, you can jump and create one like mid-air. So you can basically kind of fly. If you time it right.
And the level like is like begging you to do it, and then eventually like practically requires you to do it as you get this power up that lets you do 2 platforms.
Oh yeah,
but not infinite.
Yeah, not 3. The pastebin told you about that it does that it allows you to do 2.
And it's got a 2 on it.
But like what you said, like the game asks you kind of to do it in a weird way. I feel like a lot of the
Yeah, DraconicDon just looped around.
Oh yeah, this is bad.
I think I might have done that once.
I think I jumped up there but didn't make it on the platform, and then I was like, ooh, close one.
I think I did it and then was like, what was I expecting? Like, I of course, I was just there, right?
This is how directions work. If you go right, down, left, up, you end up where you are.
Oh no, object permanence.
Also interesting to note, the players got 2 cheats to enter into the emulator. One of them was infinite lives, which makes a lot of sense, and the other one, which I can't really explain right now because it doesn't show on screen, but it says, disable the timer for level 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't know what that means.
There's apparently there's a timer in this level, and you only have so long to beat it, which is awful. Why would you do that?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Maxale slips again, trying to get to some of these objects at the top of the first level.
Oh, just short.
Yeah, Maxwell is quite behind. I do know who wins in this case because I was in the race.
It was me. It was Maurice. I win.
Yeah, exactly.
So DraconicDon picks up a star, and then there's a star in the bottom left, and like every bone in my body would be saying, that star opens the star door, and I can go through that door now. But then it's actually this like little open thing.
What did the star do?
I don't know. There's another star in the top right.
I mean, it's an NES game, so invincibility?
Maybe it kills everything on screen? But yeah, so these star blocks, like, you want to find these open bubbles. I don't know. So in this game, you only want to find 3 objects. It's these diamonds. And so there's so many paths to take. And that's probably the problem that you ran into, Myth. Where you were running around and just kind of took a wrong turn somewhere and then wasted a bunch of time going the wrong way.
Yeah, not a bunch of time. I basically did what DraconicDon did, I think. I did that one loop and was like, shoot. But everything else I did, I think I was kind of doing in the right order.
Okay, yeah, I was surprised that I never got lost. I expected to get lost a lot.
Okay, DraconicDon saying he has to go all the way back around.
Okay, no, can't he just go right? Or he can also just invincibility through the lava. Okay.
Okay.
But I mean, he could have just gone through the floor. It's a platform.
Yeah, so I saw DraconicDon take a hit and respawn and sort of use the iframes. I can't tell if the character is supposed to be blinking and we can't see it. I don't know.
He's supposed to be blinking, yeah. We can see it on Maxale's screen right now.
Right, okay. So, yeah, DraconicDon used the iframes before, and so like when I saw him do it, I had it in my head that like it was, I could see that they had noticed it, right? And so I'm totally not surprised as soon as DraconicDon clipped into that thing from below to see them just go ahead and jump right through it.
I didn't expect that. I would expect the lava to be solid almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically spikes. Also, just keep in mind, as you can see, DraconicDon die on this screen like 10 times easily. You start with 3 lives. Yeah. I don't see it. Like imagine like micro mages or space gults or something like that, and you've got like 3 lives.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also worth noting that they've been accumulating lives from, just playing around, and it doesn't tick down as he's dying. He's only up to 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
From playing through the entire game right now. So
Maxale is on basically the start of level 2 on this loop. Oh wait, no, this is not the loop.
Yeah, this is later on.
I think they may have gone a different path.
I think they're going backwards.
Oh, here. So on DraconicDon, there's this screen here, where there's like this cubby in the top left where you can enter a new screen. And this is where I flew to this cubby in the same way that DraconicDon is doing or trying to do right now. And I just felt like this was wrong for some reason. It just didn't feel right to me to do it this way.
There is something that's worth noting, is that the portal platform you can make below you sticks around for about a second after it vanishes, and that will prevent you from making a new platform underneath you.
I think it flashes, and then it disappears.
Oh,
and
it flashes.
sometimes it
Okay.
just disappears. Like, it seems to disappear for DraconicDon, but it's this 30 to 60 FPS
Yeah,
business.
that makes a lot more sense.
So it's not as hard to time as it looks. Like, it will start flashing, and then after, I don't know, 2 seconds, you can jump and make a new one.
Yeah, you get a feel for it, and your jump is pretty big too. So you've got a window on that as well. So making
Yeah.
the two of them line up.
It's really
Makes
not
it
that hard, but it seems like most of the levels don't seem to be designed in such a way, which is why it gave me such pause when I went in that, like, path in the top left, which required you to do it. Oh wait, does it? There was like a double platform earlier in that level. Maybe the game expects you to just be really fast. Right, back up.
And just using the double to get back up to where... Yep, where you want.
Is it back up? Does he want to go back up? I'm not sure.
It might have been that I think that gem that DraconicDon just picked up, I think that was my last gem.
Yeah, that's positive.
That might be the
Yeah,
that might be the intentional last down.
I remember never really being super confused where to go. I was just worried about going the wrong way anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure where DraconicDon is supposed to go. Oh, there's a different path here, so I just went the different path
is.
first, yeah. No, just go the only...
Just go up.
Oh, you've been here. Right? Yeah, he's been here.
Yes, I think you're
Okay.
right.
Figuring it out, putting it together. Maxale's on the other hand,
Just getting there.
we've seen this area before. Yeah, it took me a bit to remember though.
Wait, where's DraconicDon going again?
I think he's lost.
I think it's very similar to the floor that's above the one that DraconicDon is on right now,
Yeah.
where he's already been and did a thing.
Huh.
Maybe that's what's happening. One of us is wrong. Either we're wrong or he's wrong, and I'm honestly not sure who.
I don't think he has to go back up here. This seems wrong to me.
He's definitely been here.
No,
Yeah,
he
I mean,
doesn't
we
have
know
to go
that
back
much.
up there.
Well, chance for Maxale.
Maxale's getting to the large pit that requires you to use the double.
Yeah. You are doing such big jumps that the second platform is like scrolled off screen, so you don't actually know if it's gone
Yeah.
or not.
Unless you shoved it all over to as far to the left as it can go, like you're gonna have to time it in your head.
Yeah, but then you're making such slow progress across the screen.
Man, 3 lives.
Yeah, so a game that is 3 levels and one of those levels is like this, where you can like go the wrong way and get lost and stuff. That's not a good look, right? For a game we want in Mystery Tournament, you don't want the race to be decided by getting lost in a maze. But the gameplay was like hard enough with all of these deaths everywhere.
Maxale keeps making the same mistake.
Yeah.
He makes 2 platforms and then doesn't wait for long enough for the here no, again.
Yep. No, you gotta wait a little bit. Yeah, it's still there.
It's been like 6 tries.
Yeah, this is the thing you said, where you're like, things that the top players do pretty consistently to win, and one of them is don't make the same mistake twice.
We might be seeing panic.
So to be fair, I remember now. In the pace bin, it says you can only have 1 platform on screen at the same time. I remember that because I was wondering what that means. And maybe that's what has them confused, because he's scrolling the ones on the right off screen.
Yeah, but then like when it doesn't work, I don't know, right?
Yeah. Right, where's DraconicDon going? I think he went to
heading
the...
toward the last gem. Yeah.
Yeah, this looks good. I wasn't really paying attention, though. I think this is the path where he didn't go.
Yeah, this is a brand new area.
It was basically you have a choice to go left or down.
Yeah.
And DraconicDon went down, and it's... I don't know. If you go this way,
There's
you have
the
to backtrack out of this area. If you go down, you can loop around, and you have to backtrack across a room. Like, in some ways, DraconicDon actually did, like, the faster route, I think, maybe?
It's a bit of weird level design, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen this specific character design before.
A sexy witch? You've seen a sexy witch before?
No
Well,
way.
no, I mean, like, Blair from Soul Eater, I guess.
So the
Eno from Guilty Gear. Every Halloween party.
Eno's way too hard rock.
She's got a guitar, but I think is a witch. That hat says witch to me.
Oh, those are spikes. What's interesting about this level, the paste bin tells you that now you have the power to shoo ghosts away by pressing B.
Maxale's got it. They figured it out.
Oh, nice.
Just a tiny little bit of hesitation was all they needed.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, like, specifically the cut of the dress and, like, the design of the hat. I don't know. Probably just talking out my ass.
Well, I mean, I would like to see images of whatever character you're talking about. So
Yeah.
if you could remember who it was.
I would also like to receive images of sexy witches.
So the third level is a lot like the first level. There's some verticality to it, and you got to get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. And then, like, you know you're at the top of the screen because it doesn't let you anymore. So you kind of build this map in your head, where you go, okay, so the entire level is like 5 or whatever screen size. And you keep that in mind for all the other sections to the right, so you always know how much more verticality there is to this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the bat just kind of... I think it follows the same pattern, but when you don't study the pattern, you don't know where the starts and ends of it are.
Oh, go to the right. There's probably a coin there. We're collecting coins, by the way. I have no idea why. There's probably a story.
And we don't know too much about it other than sexy witch.
Okay, so sexy witch wanted to brew a potion. So she needed...
Star does kill all the enemies.
She needed 8 potions to do that.
And that's how she
And
got
then,
the
and
wand.
then gems.
Yeah, she needed... I mean, gems are always good.
They're just good. No explanation needed there. Money? Hell yeah, everyone loves money.
No, these coins are like ritual coins, of course.
Ritual
Okay.
coins.
Yeah, so this section is actually kind of interesting. You entered through the bottom, but there's no way back because you've got this moving platform and the switch at the bottom left. It's just like you can't go back. You also can't cheese it with like invulnerability or something because it just takes too long, and this bat kills you if you try to do it with a platform. So the way out of this is actually to the left here. Oh wow. Found it faster than I did. I was stuck on this, even though I played this game before. I was in here like a minute or something, like, where do I go?
I think that didn't catch me out too bad.
Oh, he goes to the right immediately? I guess it doesn't matter, but I would finish... Oh wait, no, he already was up there, right? Yeah, I'm just talking nonsense.
Yeah, I didn't see if DraconicDon thoroughly explored everything at the very top. Maybe there was a coin, but I think he's good.
This is Death Abuse Central.
Yeah, I wasn't doing too much of that.
Really? You've got
Yeah.
like 3 seconds of invulnerability. I used it all the time.
Maxale's doing a lot of it.
Yeah, you can bounce. You can skip across the lava when
That was really quick.
when you're
Progress.
invincible.
progress is progress.
Yeah. Who accidentally shoot when he meant to platform.
What are these supposed to be? The little hunched over green things.
Yeah, I don't like it.
A
It's like a
dog.
sickly zombie dog.
They look kind of like what King Triton gets turned into in the Little Mermaid.
In The Little Mermaid, yeah.
Yeah! I have no idea.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
DraconicDon with the horrible death abuse just running right along all of those spikes.
Oh yeah, I did that too. I'm surprised you didn't do any death abuse. It feels like the game is inviting it almost. Oh, this is it.
No.
It's the last
Death abuse
ritual
in a game
coin.
with
Ding. It's probably a done. Based on the
Also, I
sound.
was wrong. Blair from Soul Eater has a lot more skirt and sleeves.
Isn't there a witch in Genshin Impact that everyone likes?
Mona, she wears like a body sock.
Like a morph suit?
Kind of.
No wonder everyone likes her. Alright, that's it. 21-26. Not really too much of a contest, it seems like. Maxale having a lot of issue like early on, and also just falling further behind on this one.
Yeah, some of the play that like them like bouncing across the lava and then making a platform at the end, like that's some really heads up stuff.
Yeah, that
but
was good.
Just got it's just kind of getting hung up on some general platforming stuff and then also some
Yeah.
navigation stuff on top of that.
Yeah, the part with the wide pit where they kept going before they could make platforms. That really
Oh yeah,
cost them.
yeah.
And to be fair, you saw that a bit on Draconic Dawn side, but that was more like feeling out the timing, I felt, since they also couldn't tell when their platforms were disappearing.
I'm seeing like some impatience or something. Like Maxale gets on these platforms and like misses the cycle, and like just wait again to go again, right? Like, but just is like, oh no, I got it quick, and then just runs off and dies.
Also, you can jump, and you don't like immediately go down once you hit the ceiling, so you can kind of float this space.
Yeah, you like kind of stick into it a little bit. The
Oh.
game's sort of tracking that you are
Oh.
on your jump arc. You're just actually not on the arc because the ceiling is holding you down.
Yeah, but it still like tries to push you upwards.
Yeah.
I mean, this also might be like a bit of frustration. Like, you've already seen your opponent is done.
Mm.
You're not even done with the second level. And like, I don't know, you don't just want to forfeit.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Could be.
like this thing with the ceiling is kind of an example where you can kind of guess how it's programmed, and that helps you understand in which ways you can abuse it. I think that's a very interesting thing to like analyze when it comes to MT.
Mm-hmm.
I'm struggling to find an example, but there's probably stuff like that where just the way jumps work, or the way a double jump is programmed, or something like that.
Yeah, if a game lets me stick into the ceiling like that, like if it doesn't have... Generally, that's how the game would work if you programmed a jump and then you programmed a ceiling and you had some code that the ceiling prevented you from just like, you know, going through the ceiling, right? There's some kind of collision there.
Yeah.
I feel like by default, you would get that kind of like appearing to stick into the ceiling on the jump sort of thing. And if you didn't want it to happen, then you would need to code in some kind of like bonk that cut off your jump early and started a falling state, right? So it's like, if I see it in a game, I would assume it's like a little bit less polished, probably, especially like a homebrew game like this. I would expect to see there to be more likely to have some rough edges, more likely to have some jank.
I will say this does look like a game that would have a funny bonk animation for you hitting your head on the ceiling.
Oh, do you know Fire and Ice? When you're like,
So just having a little bit of trouble with the timing. This might be where Maxale ends up forfeiting the match. I'm not sure.
Well, they also didn't
oh,
they haven't they skipped the double power up, basically.
they forfeit?
Yeah, that's what ends up happening.
But I think so. I watched like part of this race after I was done, right? And I think I watched them on this part for like 10 minutes. This is gonna take them a long while.
Oh no.
It's a bit of a spoiler, but I just remember being kind of like, oh come on, you can do this. Like this part especially. Getting past all of this.
Persistence and tenacity are definitely core strengths of
It's going back over to the right. Is that what they want to be doing? I feel like no, right?
No.
But they're gonna go back to the left, I think. They're gonna go back.
Yeah, you said 10 minutes, and then they did it, and I was like, hold on, but he just did it, and he died and respawned on the other side of it, and I was like, but he's good.
I was betting you.
Yeah, it's just having trouble dialing, and I almost feel like they're playing with like a really significant amount of input delay that's giving them some problems.
Oh no.
That got weird.
This one. I got it. Don't worry.
DraconicDon's recording ended.
Maybe they have audio. Ooh.
Your Discord hasn't been giving audio because it's like being handled differently or whatever. So I've
Oh
been in
yeah,
silence this
yeah,
whole time.
because the audio comes from VLC now.
Yeah.
Well, too bad.
I've just been listening to both of your dulcet tones.
I mean,
Yeah, that's true. I haven't had no audio.
the audio is nothing to write home about. It's the same music. It's good music, but it's the same music. And then it goes bloop, and then music stops, and then it continues when you die.
But yeah, I think what happened here was they got the open, and what opens is the top left over here.
Are they gonna do this? Did I
So
lie? No. Okay, good.
So I feel like that's like if you're already frustrated, you're already like pushing yourself to go quickly. That's an easy thing to miss. Like something in the top corner changes.
Especially, I think it's off screen if you actually go where the open thing was.
Yeah.
Ah, they did it again. See, this is where I think I watched them struggle.
Yeah, if they were just a bit more hesitant here, like they would have cleared that.
It's really just the timing. Something that DraconicDon really picked up quickly on. Ooh. Ugh.
Yeah, it's doing it perfectly or whatever is challenging, but doing it well enough to gain height, I don't think is all that tricky.
Yeah, he jumps so early on all of them. Here. See, it was like half a second early jump. Huh? No.
Which is what's making me think that like something about their control setup is like making this harder than it like should be, you know?
Did you see that? They had the invulnerability and bounced off the lava, and I think they jumped at the same time, which gave them like a super jump. That was cool.
Nice.
Oh, they did it. It was faster than I thought. So they're actually pretty close. They just gotta go down and left here. Like these two last crystals.
It's going left first. So this is what I did, but watching, like, you have to backtrack after you get this crystal, right?
I went left first as well.
I feel like this is a harder backtrack than the loop that DraconicDon did. And this is what I did with Maxale did there. I mean, I didn't damage boost. I made platforms which was obviously very slow. I wasn't really thinking too much about.
Where are you going?
First of all, I didn't think you would bounce on the lava. That just never happened to me. So I but I did do that. I don't know how you're supposed to do this.
I thought you can't just. So you can't make a platform in that little alcove over there in the center and just go over? There's not enough height for that?
You can jump through that ceiling, I guess.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the strat. But then you have to activate
You
the
go
platform.
down, you go down, you get the open, you go back up, you hit the switch.
Or you
then
don't
you
do
have to
any
make
of
the
that,
jump.
and just do this.
And just bounce.
Look, I'm trying to walk this through the way the developer intended.
3 lives.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that was a thin row of blocks up there that you could just jump through.
Right, here's... Oh no. The checkpointing is really weird. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like in the previous room where Maxale tried to like get a good spawn to bounce across the lava, it just didn't give it to him. I have no idea why. Usually I can kind of tell, oh, the trigger is like standing on safe ground and not moving or something like that. But it seemed like Maxale was like jiggling about that platform, standing on it, but nope, not a checkpoint.
There was also that one where they had like the 3 platforms right on top of lava. They got to the other side, got the open thing on the solid ground, died somehow, and ended up way before that instance. Like they had to do that all over again.
The way they have trouble with this platform input makes me think they use analog.
Is having trouble going from a right to a down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they keep doing the ghost shoe. And here we go.
The ghost shoe.
It shoos the ghost away. Shoo.
Don't bother me. Yeah, this is it's a little bit trickier and slower to get out of this area with this diamond.
Yeah, you're right. I think going down is gonna be faster. It seems like left is the correct way to go, though. I went left too.
Yeah.
Here we go. Jump.
Is just late on
I mean, it's
a
also
lot
possible.
of the movements on these platforms.
It is definitely also possible if they're using an analog controller that itself is imparting input lag.
Or like a weird dead zone.
Yeah.
I just like drop a tiny bit, make a platform, and then jump to the left.
Is so nervous about this drop.
Oh, but there's a checkpoint suddenly.
Oh, maybe they were waiting for like it to really make sure they had a checkpoint there.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe they need to wait long enough.
Not bad.
I don't get it.
Right, here we go. I mean, that wasn't terrible. Of a backtrack.
Yeah, not too bad. Pretty marginal either way.
Now they only have 1 place left. So I guess this level is more straightforward than it seems as you play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't get the sense that like, oh man, it's this big stupid maze, and
I did. I was so worried.
Well, it's my job to pay attention to these things.
Yeah, that's true.
Part of me would just be going, okay, where's the map key? Is it select? Do I have to hit select?
Oh, nice.
I tested a game that had a robust map. It was so robust. It had like 2 different. You could zoom in and see the screen you were on, or zoom out and see the whole stage. And I wasn't using it effectively, and lost a lot of time.
Oh.
And I was like, the tools are here to navigate this problem, right? Like if I was smarter about what it gave me here, I could have seen what I needed to be doing was this and this. And the game was fun enough otherwise that I voted to accept it.
Too early.
Yeah. Like, they have the timing right here.
was still a bit early, but yeah, good enough.
There
Alright,
we
here
go.
we go.
That's better.
When Lala gets...
We'll never know.
I'm surprised they forfeit. This level is more straightforward than the second one, I feel.
Wait, oh yeah. So you
Yeah.
weren't duping us with the forfeit then.
No.
Oh. That's a shame.
Oh, this doesn't look good.
Yeah, I think maybe Max... Oh, no, I was wondering if maybe they just wanted to beat that one level they were on and then was gonna forfeit. We'll stick with Max here until
Yeah, we got a match.
the live race.
It's in... In 3 minutes. Oh, alright. Has it already happened? Is it gonna happen?
Oh no.
Nothing
Weird.
going on in the Give Game channel just yet.
Yeah.
We aired a rerun and they had a whole race.
I mean, first in, first out, right?
Yeah, true enough.
I don't like this business of going to a new screen, having no idea what's up, and having to react to it and somehow make a
Yeah.
platformer or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that works.
I'm surprised that they restrained themselves enough to not put spikes on the underside.
Whoa, we got an IRC Give Game instead of the Discord. And it's from, I think, a newer player, too. Don't give him the question marks. We honor the tradition.
No, I gotta.
It's wrong.
You're wrong.
Well, now I feel bad. Find it.
You should, just a little bit.
They will get a correction from me.
All right. This stuff is confusing enough as a like a newcomer.
Yeah.
Like it. You don't. The last thing you want is for there to be like, I don't know why people do exclamation marks, but there's some reason, and then someone comes in with question marks, and now you're like, what does that mean?
I usually stick with interrobangs. Confuse everybody.
Wow.
One time I
I
was
don't even know
watching-
how to do those really. I have to like pull up the character map and hunt through it for a
Yeah,
while.
or just Google interrobang and then copy.
I just have a notepad file.
You have a notepad file with interrobangs
with just
in
like
it.
fun characters.
Yeah.
No, it's like 500 interrobangs that you can slowly use over the course of a year.
Okay.
You can only you can only cut out of the document. No copy.
This is my allotment of interrobangs.
You went to the store and bought a 500 pack of interrobangs.
It's a stupid bat that you can't touch. Like imagine
can't see
you got
it.
3 lives. How horrible this must be.
Yeah, that's really bad. Especially if you decide to like go for it, right? Like you ride the platform deep, like you can't get out of there in time if it doesn't line up.
Yeah.
There was some pro ghost shoeing going on.
This
Goshu.
bat, go away,
Some
bat.
Goshu.
Ghost shoe.
Oh, you can just damage boost through like everything else.
Yeah,
in
this is
game.
what DraconicDon did. And when he did it, I was like, I wish I was doing that.
I think I watched like right when I was done, I was watching them as well, and I saw him do it, and I was like, oh yeah, I could have done that because I also went on the platform.
Damn.
It seems pretty far for a damage boost.
I think when I did get hit and I had the iframes, I would use them, but for whatever reason, just like didn't get hit very often. I was just playing that carefully, and so like I never even had it in my head to like, oh yeah, get hit intentionally and use it.
I'm really confused why Maxale is going to forfeit the race.
Sometimes you just run out of steam.
Yeah, they
Happens
are
to the
pretty
best
far
of us.
along.
Maxale is in chat, so
Oh,
you want to ask them about this.
Oh, this game. There they are.
I know this game. I played this. Wow,
Hello, Maxale.
I played exactly like this.
How did you find this game? And I guess how did you find your first mystery tournament match? SP Mac Attack is just doing the give game again. Like, is it going? Is it going? It's going now. You're good.
They did it like with a bang at the start, like an old school IRC command or something.
Trying to tell Nightbot to do the give game.
Did Maxale collect the coin in the top right of the second, like, horizontal screen?
It's a good question.
I don't think 5 is in it. But maybe I'm wrong. Maxale thought he got soft locked. Really?
Doing the ghost shoe. And then overrunning the platform. No, that was intentional. Going for the damage boost. I gotta say, this switch texture didn't read to me like a switch that was up and you're pulling it down. Like I don't know what it read to me as, like a treasure chest or something. Like it.
It took me a while to read it as a switch as well.
Oh, I didn't save this checkpoint.
I thought it was like a cabinet, maybe.
It's like one of those Frankenstein light switches.
Yeah. You hit the switch and the lightning starts sparking everywhere.
Yeah. It's alive!
And it makes the doom ka-chunk sound.
And like the electricity slowly goes through the wire towards the target.
Yeah.
I like that about these old cartoons.
Only to be operated by Igor. If you are not Igor, do not pull this.
Yeah, nothing about being anywhere near that whole situation is safe for people who are alive and feel pain.
Every time you collect a coin, one of these ghosts spawns. It's probably a really interesting story about this.
I do love these little anxious-looking Pac-Man ghosts.
Oh no, ghost! Shoot it away! Shoot! 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 Shoot!
But then get ready to jump.
Shoot! 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 Don't jump! Oh, wow.
There
Okay,
you-
I didn't
you get
expect
up.
that jump to work.
That was
Shoot!
really, really solid platforming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole room, bam.
Oh, what
And
they're
he's gonna
missing?
get
They're missing the
final
key.
coin and-
Yeah, they're missing the key that is like probably on the second horizontal screen.
Wait.
So annoying.
Are they soft locked? Like there's this screen. How are they gonna get back? Like
Oh my
you could do like a
Yeah.
super stupid like platform walk where you jump into the ceiling as the platform disappears to make the new one slightly more to the right.
Oh no.
But other than that,
I
this
think-
is
I'm really
horrible.
sorry about this. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
think
think
about this. I
this
didn't.
is-
Yeah.
This is terrible.
I think they could get. I think they could get through this, but yeah, going back through the whole mansion just to get the key and go. But yeah, I would have forfeited here too. This is not reasonable.
Oh wow.
This. I wonder if maybe this shouldn't be accepted next time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
no, you
I'm-
you made the right call, Maxale.
Imagine this decides it. Like someone's in the lead by like a minute or whatever, how
Yeah,
long it
and
will
then
take him
miss
to
the-
go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
that's real rough.
Wow, that's a rough finish to your first MT match. And it was right when we were like, oh man, look at that. That room was amazing, right? Like
Yeah.
Maxale was playing at their best just in that moment.
Unfortunately, that's a forfeit.
It's practically a finish, though.
Yeah, like I was always gonna give the trophy, but it's not quite. Not legal. There are rules.
Rules are made to be broken.
Alright,
Anarchy reigns.
here you go. I mean, it's basically, he just forgot
There
to
we
go like the second horizontal screen to the top, which would have given him the key for this. And it's so much worse because, like, what's this game design? What the hell? This seems very...
Yeah.
It
like a
seems like the
big
the
oversight.
dev like it got like picked up the key and was like always had the key. Like
Yeah.
never had a tester get there without the key, right?
Alright.
But I mean, also there's no shame in forfeiting, especially in that situation.
I don't even know where to have some kind of marker of like some kind of record of, hey, this was in Mystery Tournament once, maybe twice, but maybe it shouldn't be a third time because of this thing.
I mean, we have. Do you guys still put together like? Are you guys putting that in like a Google Doc or?
There's testing sheets for each tournament,
Right.
but the current year's testers don't all have access to all the previous test sheets or anything. Even if they did, I don't know. That'd be a clunky way to do it, probably.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know just because a game was submitted that it was available in the past. Like, yeah, there's room to improve that.
Yeah,
stuff.
you'd need some like a more robust database that can act as a reference.
Imagine a submission form that has every single game ever submitted, and you could just choose it from like a big drop down or something. And then if it's new, then you would like click new and put your new game in. And then someone would miss it in the drop down list, and we'd get duplicates, and it would
Yeah.
have all kinds of problems.
Imagine like a racing platform like that, kind of. And then you end up with two... What was
Or
it?
There's a game on the Wii and the PS2 and the GameCube and the Xbox, and the drop down doesn't say what version it is, and you're like,
Is the Star Ocean 2 for the PlayStation or the Vita? Not that we'd ever have Star Ocean